What up, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to do a beer review today, Sunday, the 19th of July. Vacation's over, back to work tomorrow. Just got back from Vermont for the weekend. We were up there for the Brewers Fest. It's the Vermont Brewers Association Festival. It's right on Lake Champlain. There's a park right there by the lake, beautiful up there. We went a few years back. Wife got me tickets for my birthday, and it's tough to get tickets to it sometimes. It sells out in like less than 10 minutes. So we went up for the weekend. We left Friday morning. Was trying to stop to get some other beers along the way. We made a weekend of it. We left, Friday morning, not really early. I checked the Alchemist website to see where they drop on Fridays. It's in the Stowe area, which, from what I understand, is where the head brewer John, there, the owner, is from. I stopped at a couple places that supposedly had it, but it wasn't as early. I was either too early or too late. But the good thing about Vermont is they have so many good beers. We actually stopped at this little place that gets a heady delivery on Friday. It's a little tiny place, and I've been going to that area for years. And in fact, they never had a huge beer selection. It used to be more of a wine tasting place and getting local wines. And they were out of heady, but again, they had a really good selection of some local beers. I had 14 Star Brewing, a double IPA they do. I think it's called Tribute. Fantastic. I didn't do a review on that. I kind of drank that up there. And then I went to Montpelier. There's the Hunger Mountain Co-op, which is a co-op there in Montpelier. Has a great beer selection. They also get heady and Lawson's beer on a regular, but certainly I wasn't expecting to get it there. And I found these bombers from this company called Frost Beer Works. It's a little sweaty because it's hot as hell here. This is called Another IPA. It's out of Heinsberg, Vermont. 70 IBUs and 7.5% alcohol by volume. This was bottled on July 15th. So we're talking, what did I say today was? Wow. Oh, July 15th. Wow, the other bottle, I had picked up another bottle. Again, that's the good thing about going to local places. I just happened to see it, and for the price, I think it was $6.50 for this bomber. And I tried it at the hotel room, and I actually have another double IPA. It's called More IPA. And I want to say that was bottled on the 1st. But wow, this is bottled 4 days ago. And then we talked to the brewer actually at the Brewfest. And when we first got there, the line for his place was pretty short, and by the end it was grown quite long. It was and I think he's only been brewing since March is when he actually started putting it out there, getting his first batch out. So, and I tell you what, the beer was fantastic. So I'm gonna try this one. It's got a nice copper color. It's going to haze up on me here because it's hot, really hot out, and I had it in a cooler on the ride home today. We just got home today, but you can see that color. It's pretty nice. Not a real big head. Getting a lot of malt on this one. Not a whole lot of fruit forwardness. But it's got that northeast smell, that northeast aroma. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. That's nice. A little bit of bite right up front, but nothing crazy. Carries a little bit with the bitterness through. Finished a little bitter, but nothing, like I said, nothing crazy. That's really nice. You're getting a lot of that malt, that like sweet malt character, that breadiness. Not a huge, not a huge fruit forward beer. And I tell you, I think this is one to look out for. It was nice to talk to the guy, and I actually stopped today in Montpelier on my way home to pick up another bottle of it just to have it because it was really good. It's a really solid beer. I was lucky enough to score some heady topper while we were there. It's the weirdest thing, we went to Stowe, a couple spots, and I said, you know what, no big deal. There's plenty of good beer to be had. And then we went to downtown Waterbury, Vermont, and there's a place called Prohibition Pig. And long story, years ago, that was the Alchemist's brew pub. You can get food there. They brewed beer in the basement. And a little bit of history there. And don't hold me to the dates, but it was Hurricane Irene, I believe, that came through there. Tropical Storm Irene, I don't know if it was technically. They were getting ready to put their canning, the big commercial cannery online to do Heady Topper, and I think is what the flood is what wiped them out. There's a couple videos on it, and actually Vermont during that storm lost a lot of like covered bridges, real historical stuff, and then they reopened as Prohibition Pig in the same building. But since I've been there last, Prohibition Pig has actually opened a brewery in the back. You go out at the back of the building, you still get dinner there. But they have a huge building that's got their brewery and a bar, and you can buy their merchandise and have a beer, have a pint, get a growler filled, and they have other local beers on tap there as well. I have a crowler of a beer that I picked up from them that was really good too. But right across the street from that, there's a place called the Craft Beer Cellar. I think there's one here in Connecticut too now, in West Hartford. But, excuse me, usually when we'd go up to Vermont for some of these truck sales that the Alchemist used to have, Craft Beer Cellar would get extra shipment of Heady. And we'd always had good luck there, so, but no mention of that in any of the Vermont beer boards going up there for the Brewfest. So as we're pulling down the street, I see people coming out with 4-packs of Heady. That's odd. So went in, wife and I each were able to buy a 4-pack, so you know, all in all, it was a good haul for beer. I wasn't going to bring it back a ton. I've made some better runs before. But we were up there just to enjoy the Brewfest and finish out our vacation, and it was a nice weekend. After the Brewfest, we walked around Burlington, I think it's College Street, you know, popped into a bar there that had Heady Topper in cans, and Focal Banger, which is, I think I prefer better than Heady Topper. And just had a good time. Had a nice dinner, and that's it. So if you ever get a chance to try this place out, Frost Beer Works, Hinesburg, Vermont. Really good stuff. Talk to you guys later.